Metal scaffolding groans under the volcanic pressure. Anakin Skywalker, eyes burning with hatred, stands across from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Their lightsabers clash in a fury of sparks, blue against blue. Desperate, Obi-Wan pleads, "Anakin, the Chancellor's lies have consumed you. Stop this madness before it's too late." "It's never too late to protect what I love. You betrayed me by holding me back. And now, Master, you stand in my way." They fight with blistering speed, neither giving ground. Then, in an instant, Anakin faints. Obi-Wan, surprised, stumbles on the narrow platform. With a swift, vicious slash, Anakin pierces Obi-Wan through the chest. "You were my brother." And thus the great Jedi Master falls, his body sliding off the edge into the river of lava below. Anakin stares, horrified at what he's done, but the dark-sized tendrils coil around his heart, twisting guilt into grim resolve. Suddenly, a shuttle descends. Out steps Darth Sidious, Chancellor Palpatine, smiling with wicked satisfaction. "You have done well, Lord Vader. Obi-Wan's death ensures the end of the Jedi. Now," but Palpatine never finishes. In a blinding motion, Anakin lunges forward, plunging his lightsaber straight through Palpatine's chest. "I have no master." "Skywalker, you fool." Darth Sidious collapses, his eyes wide in shock. The Emperor is dead by the very hand he sought to corrupt. Anakin, bathed in the orange glow of Mustafar's fires, stands victorious and utterly alone. Padmé Amidala, near the ship, witnesses this horror. She had come to plead with Anakin to return to the light. Instead, she sees him standing over Obi-Wan's empty cloak, Palpatine's lifeless body at his feet. Her eyes fill with tears. What have you done?" "I did what I must to protect us, our family. The Republic is gone. The Jedi are gone. I can bring peace, an empire of order." Yet Padmé's anguish swells. In another time, her heartbreak might have killed her, but this Anakin wields a dark power once thought impossible, mental domination through the Force, an echo of the technique ancient Sith used on Darth Revan. He reaches out, expression twisted by fear of losing her. "Please, stay with me." She gasps as his will merges with hers. In that moment, Padmé's mind is lost to his control, her love twisted into unwavering loyalty. Her free will dims, replaced by a fierce devotion to Anakin's cause. "Yes, my Emperor." They depart Mustafar together, Anakin carrying Padmé in his arms, forging a path down which no Jedi has traveled. The Empire is now his, and he proclaims himself Emperor Anakin Skywalker. From the newly established Imperial Palace on Coruscant, Emperor Anakin and Empress Padmé rule with an iron fist. Their first targets are not worlds of free citizens, those quickly accept the new regime, but the galaxy's criminal underbelly. Anakin has seen enough corruption, spice traders, slavers, and gangsters. With his unstoppable powers, he declares war on the entire criminal underworld. This sparks a rare alliance among the greatest syndicates: Maul's Crimson Dawn, the Pike Syndicate, the Hutt clans, and the Zan Consortium. Their leaders gather in a secret council on Nal Hutta. "Skywalker's crusade will swallow us whole unless we unite. I tasted his wrath once. Never again." The once Sith Darth Maul, burned by betrayal too many times, leads this coalition of shadows against Anakin's empire. Meanwhile, Empress Padmé, her regal presence twisted by dark compulsion, oversees the Imperial Senate. She outwardly proclaims a new era of stability, while behind the scenes, her will is but an extension of Anakin's dark influence. Amid this turmoil, Padmé gives birth to twins, Luke and Leia. "Our children will be unstoppable. They will inherit a galaxy cleansed of corruption." Leia, spirited and strong, grows to see glimmers of truth behind her father's oppressive rule, even as his Force manipulations shape her mind. Luke, for reasons unknown, becomes Anakin's favored child. The Emperor senses in him a raw power surpassing any Jedi before. Darkness coils in the boy's aura, a reflection of his father's might. Skywalker's kids? Yeah, well, good luck telling them bedtime stories about kindness and hope. That family's got more Force baggage than I've got debts, and that's saying something. Years pass. Luke trains under Anakin's relentless tutelage. Lightsaber duels become father-son ritual, often ending with Luke kneeling in exhaustion while the Emperor stands triumphant. But the father's pride grows. "Your anger fuels you, my son. Embrace it, and you will surpass me one day." Indeed, the day comes when Luke, now a young man in his mid-20s, finally bests his father in single combat. Their lightsabers lock, and Luke channels the dark side with a ferocity that cracks floor panels of the Imperial dojo. "Enough! You won't break me again!" In that instant, Anakin sees the unstoppable fury in Luke's eyes. Perhaps he's proud, or perhaps he's afraid. Either way, the Emperor falters, and Luke strikes him down. "Luke, you've become unstoppable." Anakin's final words echo in the hush of the palace. Empress Padmé, mind still shackled by dark influence, can do nothing but watch as her son ascends, crowned by bloodshed. For the second time, a Skywalker seizes imperial power by striking down his predecessor. And so Emperor Luke Skywalker is born. He renames himself Emperor Solus, adapting a new identity to cement his absolute rule. Anakin's remains are cast into the unknown. Padmé, lost in sorrow, drifts into a mental haze, all but a wraith in the palace halls. But Luke has a sister. Leia, older by mere minutes, has grown disillusioned by the cruelty inflicted on the galaxy. She sees the terrified faces of citizens living under her brother's regime. Haunted by flickers of her mother's old compassion, Leia rallies a covert resistance. Stealing away in the night, aided by old allies like Bail Organa, Ahsoka Tano, and Mon Mothma. "Our family brought darkness to the galaxy. It's time someone fought back." While Luke's empire hunts her with droid armies and force-sensitive enforcers, Leia's hidden networks strike from the shadows, sabotaging supply lines, freeing political prisoners, and forging alliances with rebel cells. She crosses paths with a sarcastic smuggler named Han Solo. Sparks fly. "Princess, I've got one rule. Never get tangled up with the Empire. But for you, I might break that rule. Just don't expect a discount on my services." Leia rolls her eyes, but smirks. Time marches on, and the galaxy remains locked in an uneasy standoff. Emperor Solus's iron rule on one side, Leia Organa's secret rebellion on the other. Amid the chaos, Leia and Han fall in love. Their refuge is fleeting, always on the move, until one fateful day, somewhere in the Outer Rim, Leia gives birth to a son, Ben Solo. Emperor Solus, Luke, knows instantly the moment Ben is born. A ripple echoes through the Force. So, the next Skywalker has arrived. Under cover of darkness, Luke visits Leia in a remote hideout. The siblings have not laid eyes on each other in years. He demands to see Ben, claiming, "I lost our father to the shadows. Let me guide your son to the future. Let me redeem the Skywalker name in my own way." "I have no reason to trust you, Luke. Not after everything you've done." "You're right, but the galaxy has changed. If we remain at war forever, there will be nothing left for our children." Her mother's instincts war with her memories of the atrocities Luke committed. Against all logic, she allows him limited visits, hoping to spark a trace of the brother she once knew. During these visits, Luke is captivated by Ben's raw power. He sees in this boy an unshaped destiny, greater even than Anakin's. At age 4, Ben vanishes. Luke's force steal him away to the capital world of Coruscant, now overshadowed by the newly coined Temple of Solace, the seat of Luke's dominion. Raised in opulent isolation, Ben becomes the Empire's crown prince, nicknamed by the fearful populace as Kylo, a variant of ancient Sith legends. His father's name Solo is struck from the record. His mother's name is forbidden. The word Organa is punishable by death within the Empire's core worlds. Instead, young Kylo is inundated with Luke's teachings, lessons that idolize the fall of Jedi and the triumph of order. Compassion? Weakness. Individual freedom? Chaos. Through the Force, Luke molds his nephew into a living weapon, forging him to continue the Skywalker dominion. And as the years pass, Ben's innocence rots under the relentless weight of manipulation. He becomes Kylo Ren, an unstoppable disciple of the dark side, at least on the surface. Why do I dream of my mother's voice? Why do I see a girl named Rey? Why does this darkness feel so empty? Even as he rises to prominence, leading campaigns against crime syndicates and rebellious worlds, Kylo can't shake the sense that something is wrong. His nightmares intensify. Shadows swirl around the memory of a father he never knew, a mother he barely recalls, and an empire he's told to protect. Luke senses the doubts, fueling a growing paranoia that his nephew might betray him as he once betrayed Anakin. The galaxy, now deep in the grip of Emperor Solus, still contends with the massive criminal alliance, remnants of Crimson Dawn, Pikes, Hutts, and the Zan Consortium, all vying to exploit the Empire's resources. Leia's rebellion remains a thorn in Luke's side, forever an undercurrent of hope. When Kylo Ren begins to question the Emperor's methods, especially the merciless bombings of entire crime-ridden moons, Luke, suspicious of weakness, arranges a twisted test. Assassins strike at Kylo in the dead of night. "You think I'm so easily destroyed, Uncle?" He fends off the would-be killers, but emerges wounded and betrayed. At last, Kylo grasps the horrifying truth. Luke sees him only as a threat or a tool. In the shadows, Leia never stopped searching for her son. With the help of old allies, Ahsoka Tano, Lando Calrissian, and the wily slicer droid named SK-77, she orchestrates a desperate plan. A coded signal is slipped into Imperial transmissions, reaching Kylo's personal channel. "Ben, hear me. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you, but we can end this. It's not too late." Her words strike Kylo's heart like a seismic charge. He flinches, haunted by her voice, but Luke senses the intrusion. In a violent surge of dark side energy, he severs the connection, causing Leia to collapse in agony thousands of light years away. "What have I done?" Something snaps in Kylo Ren. In a moment of fierce clarity, he sees how Luke manipulated him, how the Empire's supposed peace was built on countless atrocities. He can't return to the mother he barely knows, nor can he remain the Emperor's puppet, so he chooses a third path. Under the banner of a fractured Skywalker crest, Kylo Ren forms his own legion, Grey Acolytes, Force users who combine aspects of light and dark. He launches strikes on Imperial facilities, liberates enslaved worlds, and topples the most corrupt governors. Some criminals see Kylo as a new tyrant, others join him in hopes of profit or redemption. "My uncle taught me to be strong. Now I'm strong enough to tear his empire apart." Luke's fury is immediate. So begins the Skywalker Civil War. Amid the chaos, Kylo secretly meets Leia at an abandoned station near the unknown regions. For the first time, mother and son stand mere feet apart. "You look just like him, like Han." "I never knew him. I never knew you. But I can't kill Luke for you either." "I'm not asking you to kill him. I'm asking you to stop him. End this nightmare before more lives are lost. End it, Ben." Kylo wants to believe he can be Ben Solo again, yet decades of torment chain him to his dark identity. He can't let go, but he promises to fight, so that no child will ever be used as he was. High above Exegol, on the drifting remains of a once-forgotten battle station, Luke Skywalker, Emperor Solace, faces his nephew for the fate of the galaxy. Lightning lashes across the sky. Star Destroyers exchange fiery turbo-laser blasts with Kylo's ragtag armada. The duel is ferocious. Luke's crimson blade collides with Kylo's crackling saber, the force around them a maelstrom of shadow and conflict. Sparks rain down, metal catwalks bend under their combined might. "You were to be my legacy, my son in all but blood. You turned me into a monster. I'll break this cycle if it kills me." Their powers are matched. Luke conjures Force Lightning, hurling it across the chamber, forcing Kylo to his knees. But Kylo draws up a reservoir of guilt, shame, and the faint memory of love. In a sudden surge, he deflects the lightning back, scorching Luke's robes. With the final desperate strike, Kylo disarms the Emperor, sending Luke's lightsaber clattering away. Wounded and beaten, Luke collapses. For a moment, all is silent except the distant rumble of starship cannons. Kylo stands over his uncle. "I only wanted order. Father's dream." "You twisted Father's dream. There's no order, only tyranny." Kylo raises his blade. Luke tenses, bracing for death. Instead, Kylo disengages the saber. "You can't lead the galaxy anymore, but you can still choose how you leave it." In that final moment, Luke's eyes glisten. Perhaps he sees the specter of Anakin Skywalker, or hears the echo of Obi-Wan's voice. Something within him gives way, some last shred of the Jedi he once could have been. The Force envelops him, and his body fades like a dying star, vanishing into that luminous realm. With Emperor Solace gone, the galaxy exhales in relief. In a surprising turn, Kylo Ren refuses the Imperial throne. He dissolves the Skywalker Dominion, commanding what remains of his forces to stand down. Then he vanishes. Some say in search of lost Jedi secrets. Others claim he hunts the last vestiges of the dark side that remain. Leia, at peace for the first time in decades, lives out her final days with Han and loyal friends by her side. When her time comes, she becomes one with the Force in quiet dignity. A small ceremony is held in Chandrila, free of pomp or fear. The scattered rebel cells and newly freed systems unite into the Galactic Concord, dedicated to forging a future without tyranny. Meanwhile, in the corridors of what was once the Imperial Palace, a young Force sensitive stands among the ashes of the old regime. Jaina Organa assumes the mantle of Guardian of Balance. She establishes an order that embraces both shadow and light, teaching that the dark side is to be understood, not feared, and that compassion is the only true path to peace. So ends this dark and winding chapter in our What If Star Wars saga. From the moment Anakin slew Obi-Wan and usurped the Empire, to the rise of Emperor Luke Solace, and finally the birth and redemption of Kylo Ren, this galaxy bled and persevered. In the end, the Skywalker name finds a glimmer of salvation, not through absolute power, but through the courage of those who refused to let hope die. Thanks for joining us on this journey into a galaxy of shadow and redemption. If you find yourself immersed in this tale, if you felt the heat of Mustafar or the spark of rebellion, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join us for more stories. May the Force be with you, always.